Hey everyone, it's George here. Hope you're having a great day. The wind is changing. There's a storm coming in. It's meant to rain any moment now, pretty much. I like to check the weather forecast sometimes, and then other times I like to just go out and see what happens. Even if it looks like it's going to rain or it feels like it's going to rain, just go out and see what happens. Because often when it does rain, you run under a tree, and it's really fun. You have a great time. And you get wet, you get home, you get warm again, and it's a wonderful day. Beautiful contrast. Being dry, being soaked, and then being cold, being warm, having a simple day, and then that day turning into an adventure through no fault of your own. Just allowing nature to do its thing, and as a result, you go along for the ride, and what a ride it is. I wanted to share with you something on this day that I do all the time, and I don't know what it is. I don't know where it came to me. It's just something I've always done. It's nothing I've read. It's nothing that I've seen someone else do or read in a book. It's just something that I've always done that's really helped me through life, because I go through life or in a way that protects my soul. You know, I always look after my spirit. I always make sure that my spirit is kept happy and childlike and joyful and blissful and super intoxicated with the world. That's why often if I go outside and it is raining, I have a great time. And a lot of people around me dislike the rain, which is fine, I get it. But I do this to protect my soul. And I refer to it as the 5 seconds of gratitude, or the 2 breaths of gratitude. And what it is I close my eyes for 5 seconds. I don't count necessarily. I just close my eyes for roughly 5 seconds, or I take 2 deep breaths. 1, 2, and that's it. Because 2 breaths equates to roughly 5 seconds, but you can do longer or shorter, it doesn't matter. And I do this all the time, just to ground me again, to bring me back to the present moment, to allow me to realize that life is actually such a wonderful, beautiful, and incredible experience. If I'm about to go into a stressful situation that I know is going to stress me out, I'll just close my eyes for 5 seconds and just embrace this moment. Yeah, the next one's going to be a bit stressful, but right now, I'm okay. I'm happy. I'm well. I'm breathing. I got 2 arms, 2 legs. I got a mind that works, that functions. I got 2 eyes that can see. I got 2 ears that can hear. I got a nose that can smell. I got a mouth that can taste. And I'm living in such a wonderful, wonderful time. Everything's all right in this moment. Yeah, it's going to be stressful in a minute. That's why I'm doing this little technique of 5 seconds. But right now, everything's okay. And I also do this when life is going all right. So, I don't know, before I get in a nice warm bath on a cold winter's day, I take 5 seconds. I just close my eyes. And I just remind myself that I've got so much to be grateful for. I'm about to get in a nice warm bath on a chilly winter's day. So I close my eyes 5 seconds, or 2 breaths. And then I get in and enjoy that bath. And when I get out, I might do it again. 5 seconds. What a wonderful experience that was. Just before I go to bed, I often pray, but if I don't pray, if I'm really, really tired and I can barely even think, I'll just take 5 seconds to breathe and be happy. Be grateful for the day. Were there some stresses in the day? Absolutely there were. But this is why I say that, you know, this mindset or this paradigm shift will make you more childlike, but not immature. Because an immature way to go through life is to think that, oh, if I just get my mind right, then I'll never be stressed again. I'll never be anxious again. I'll never get jealous again. I'll never be upset again. That's not going to happen. It's impossible. Everyone gets upset, jealous, afraid, angry. It's normal. It's a normal part of life. The trees aren't always full of leaves. They're not always full of life. Right now, they all look dead. Right now, they're going through a traumatic, difficult time of the year. All of their leaves are around me, decaying on the floor. But the good times will come. The leaves will come back. They'll be full of life again in the summer. And it's the same with life. You might go through a stressful experience, but then you'll go through a really happy, beautiful experience. Up and down, yin and yang, good and bad, left and right, black and white. Immerse yourself in the grey colour of life. Everything's changing all the time, and it's so important to just reflect and ground yourself in the moment, in that present moment, because that's what everyone talks about, don't they? They say, live in the present moment, but it's really difficult to do that. It's not very natural for a human to do that because we're always thinking about what's coming next. So take those 5 seconds as often as you can. Do it before you eat a meal. Immerse yourself in 5 seconds of gratitude for that meal, for the process that got that meal to your plate, going to the supermarket, choosing the food, taking it home, putting it in your fridge so that it'll last more than one day. You get to eat again tomorrow. What a blessing. Take 5 seconds to immerse yourself in that blessing. Consume that meal, and then after that meal, take another 5 seconds. And if you don't want to close your eyes in front of people, just take 2 breaths while smiling and looking into someone else's eyes. You don't need to explain this technique to anyone. You don't need to share it with anyone. This can just be your little daily gratitude blessing that you do. So grateful, so thankful for your life. And like I say, even if something bad does happen, just close your eyes. You see it in the movies a lot. If someone gets insulted or someone gets angry, you know, they do that thing, don't they? The actor, they'll go like, and then they get into the rage. They like close their eyes, they take a breath, and then they unleash the anger. Well, that's what I do, but I unleash the gratitude, even if something terrible happens. Because trust me, this is how I guard my soul. This is how I secure my spirit to stay joyful, to stay blissful, to stay like a child. You've got to protect your spirit. You've got to secure and protect your soul. Because otherwise the world is going to eat away at it. It's going to turn you into everyone you see around you. Negative, angry, hateful, spiteful, but all the time. It's fine to have down days. It's fine to be sad. It's fine to cry. It's fine to be negative from time to time, especially if that negativity is based in logic. But when you're just down all the time, miserable, watching the news, talking about it with everyone, isn't life awful? And that's just what goes around. You pass it on to other people. It's like a forest fire. One tree gets set on fire by the lightning, then the other, then the other, then the other. Before you know it, you've got a forest full of fire. I'm not interested in spreading fire in this lifetime. I am purely interested in spreading love, happiness, positivity, laughter. I'm always making people laugh. If I'm in a serious situation, like a serious meeting or a serious workshop or something, I'll pull a prank. I'll say something really immature and silly and childish just to make people smile. Not to be annoying, not to be that guy, but just to turn people's frowns upside down, just to allow people to realize that, yeah, we need to be serious sometimes, but not every moment of every day. So take those 5 seconds, close your eyes, relax, breathe, enjoy yourself. Immerse yourself in the here and now, ground yourself again for 5 seconds. I'm gonna do it after this video. I'll turn off the camera and I'll just close my eyes for 5 seconds. I'll listen to the wind, I'll listen to the birds, I'll listen to the slow, gentle swaying and creaking of the trees above my head, and I'll realize that absolutely stressful times are gonna come, but right now, everything's wonderful. Everything's fantastic. Even if it started raining now and my camera equipment got ruined and it broke, would I be annoyed and stressed out? Of course I would. I'd be really upset. But I'd take 5 seconds and I'd completely reverse the situation. After I was angry, after I was stressed, after I probably kicked a tree, sorry tree, I would close my eyes and I'd think, do you know what? I've had this camera now for about 2 years. My fiance gifted it to me. And I've filmed so many wonderful videos on it. I had such a great time with that camera. Maybe it's time to move on. Let's get another one. Even if I couldn't afford another one, I'd say, fine, I've got a new mission, a new adventure. I'm gonna save up for a new camera. And I'm gonna buy a new camera, I'm gonna enjoy it. We just need to calm down a bit. We need to relax. because we don't know if we're going to be here in a year's time. We don't. We like to think that we are, and we probably will be, but we might not be. So we've got to take all these little moments in life, just these 5 seconds of gratitude, 2 breaths of gratitude, whether it's before embarking on something stressful, whether it's after something stressful has happened and now we're breathing or reflecting on the fact that we're now out of that stressful situation and we can be present and happy and enjoy ourselves again. Whether it's 5 seconds of gratitude before doing something fantastic or 5 seconds after something fantastic has happened. Do it as often as you can. Do it after this video. Do it now. Pause the video. Everything's okay. Everything's all right. Is it going to be stressful in the future? Yes. Is it going to be scary and dangerous and anxious in the future? Yes. But right now, it's okay. This is how we protect our spirit. I'm going to reiterate this point one last time because it needs to sink in. This isn't about going through life in a way that is immature or selfish or self-absorbed. This is how you guard your spirit so you can be a better husband, a better wife, a better partner, a better colleague, a better friend, a better person to your neighbor. How can you love your neighbor if you don't first love yourself and love your life? This is why everyone is so bitter, angry, and hateful towards each other. Because we're not happy with ourselves. And you don't have to be happy with life all the time, but you've got to go with it. Go with the flow of life. The trees do that. The tide does that. The sand and the rocks do that. All the animals in nature do that. They go with nature. Is it hard? Yeah. Yeah, it is. But that's no reason to run from it. There's a difference between running and embracing. And we need to embrace life rather than run from it. This is how we guard our spirit. This is how we guard our soul and allow ourselves to stay joyful, to stay childish, to stay blissful, and to enjoy the storm. I'm going to take 5 seconds now to be grateful that it didn't rain. But like I say, even if it did rain, I'd still be grateful because I'd have to grab the camera and run under a tree, and who knows what turn the video would have taken. Go with the flow, relax, enjoy yourself, be safe, be logical, be strong. Do not allow the world to turn your heart to stone. And that will be my closing message to you. Thanks so much for watching. I really hope this helped. Please do like the video if it helped. I hope it did. Practice that 5 seconds of gratitude or 2 breaths of gratitude. Do it all the time. All the time. Especially before going into a stressful situation. It helps so much. Just reflect on all the good things in your life. Reflect on the fact that you're here right now. You're alive. You're breathing. You're not in a hospital bed. You're here. What a privilege. What a blessing. What an honor. Please do subscribe as well if you're new. I make a video like this every single week and I post shorts Monday to Friday with a little dose of daily positivity. I hope you enjoy it. God bless.